So hi guys, welcome to the Adobe Forms course sessions. So in this course we are going to learn the concepts of Adobe Forms. So before starting this, I assume that you guys are having a fair knowledge about what is meant by SAP, what is meant by ABAP, and the prerequisites to learn these Adobe Forms, or at least you should have a fair knowledge on Smartforms concepts. So we all know what is meant by Smartform. It is an application tool which is used to print the data in our required format. And you can consider this Adobe Forms as a upgraded version for Smartforms. Now let us start with these concepts. Like in this course, we will be seeing the development part of Adobe Forms one by one from very scratch, from very basic to the necessary real-time scenarios. So to begin with, the transaction code for Adobe Forms is SFP. And before starting, make sure that Adobe Lifecycle is installed in your SAP server. And the transaction code for Adobe Forms is SFP. So if you go to the server and the transaction code SFP, so this is the transaction code for building a Adobe form. So now you can see here we have two options. One is form and interface. So form is where you will be creating your Adobe form, and interface is nothing but the main purpose of this interface is to send the application data to the form that we are developing. Basically the form will be created separately, and whatever the context that we have, whatever the data we have, that will be linked up with this interface from the form. Anyways, when we start practical part, we will clearly understand this. So now let us start the development one by one from very basic level to advanced level. So the first thing is, now I want to print some text in the Adobe form. So let us start from this level, how to print text from the Adobe form, and also how to pass data to Adobe form. So in this example we are going to see two scenarios. One is how to print text from Adobe form, and another one is if I pass some data, how this Adobe form will capture and print it in the output. So these two things we are going to see. So the first thing what we need to do here is, as I said, the transaction code for Adobe form is SFP. So go to the transaction code SFP. So we have a radio button called interface. So go to this interface and say Z form underscore interface. So this is the first program. So let me give it as name as 1. Z form interface 1. So give some name for your interface. As usual, it should start with either Z or Y. Click on create. So this is where you have to give some description. Then save it in your package. Now here you can see this is the home screen of interface, and you can see we have two tabs here. One is properties and another one is interface. So now go to the interface tab, and from interface tab you can see we have under form interface we have an option called import. So double click on this import where you can see this part. So now I want to create a new record. So click on this create button, you can see here. So click on this create, and here I am going to take one parameter. From the table. Say for example we have a table called SCARR. Okay, so SCARR is a table which is having fields like char ID, carrier name. So let me take char ID as a field here. So parameter I am going to take here is char ID. So in the parameter I am going to take it as a char ID. At the field I am taking it from a table SER. So what you will do, you have to specify the field name here, type, and what is the type here? You can specify the table name hyphen char ID, and we are passing it by value. We are passing this data to this field by value. So check this checkbox. So what I had done here, in form interface under import, I created one new parameter with the field called char ID, and the type of that char ID is of the table SER or char ID, and check this checkbox called pass by value. Save it and activate. That's it. So now the interface got created. Now go back and now create the form here. So now I am going to create a form z demo underscore form underscore class 1. So this is the form name I am giving. So click on create. So now what you have to do here is you have to link up this form to the interface. So both will go parallelly. So this form has to be linked up with the interface that we had created. So this is the name I think we got for the interface. So provide the interface name, provide the form name, give some description, and then click on save button. Save it in the package. Done. So now what is the field name that we had given in the interface that will be available here? You can see the interface is there. Under interface, whatever the fields that we had taken under import category, those fields are available here. So this is interface name and this is form name. You can see it is empty as if now. So what I will do is I will take this particular field into this form. So you simply drag the field to this form. Now you can see the field is available inside this form. Now let us go to the design part. So go to layout. So this is the layout. Now here what is our requirement? Basically my requirement is to print some text in the Adobe form. This is the first scenario. So to print some text in the Adobe form, in the object library, if you are not getting this option, what you can do, you can go to palettes and click on the object library. So in your window, if this is not showing, go to palettes and click on the object library, then you will get this window. So here in this window you will be having so many elements available. So from this you have to select the text. If my intention is to print a text in the Adobe form output, so select the text and drag and drop it here. So this is the text element. So whatever text you want to print in the output, so you write it here. Say for example, welcome to Adobe Forms. Welcome to Adobe Form. This is the text I want to print. So you simply select this text, drag it here. Now you can save it. So this is the first scenario. Now what is the second scenario we are having? The second scenario is to pass data into the Adobe form. That means I need one parameter type of thing, and a parameter type of thing in the sense one input area field. And if I pass some data into that input area field, whatever data I passed into it should get displayed in the output. So to do that, what is the element that we required here is text field. For printing text we require text element. For input area field you require this text field. You can drag and drop here. So you'll get a picture like this. So here so if I double click on this and I want to change this label, text field label, I want to change this to carrier ID, because the field we are using here is carrier ID. Carrier ID, I want to maintain the same text. So here if you double click on this, you will get this type of window. Here under field you can see the caption option. So in this caption you can simply provide whatever text you want. Simply provide whatever text you want here, right? So save it. So how to go to that option? Double click on this. When you double click on this, you will go to this field option. And next you can see we have one more tab called value. We have one more tab called value. Go to this value tab and go to this drop down, type drop down, and select the option called read only. Go to this value tab, select this drop down and select this option called read only. And we have another tab called binding. Go to this binding. So here we have an option called data binding, and go to this drop down again, and here you can see your form name. So in your form name you will be seeing whatever the imported parameter that will be available here. You select that imported parameter, save it. That's it. Now close this, save it, activate this. So now execute. So here the system is asking to provide some input. So what is our requirement? What is our agenda? Whatever the data that I give to this Adobe form should get printed in the output. So that is the reason it is asking an input. So let me give what type of input we will be having here. AA, AB, AC, like this. So let me give AA, that means American Airlines. So now execute this. So you'll get a similar pop-up which you will be seeing in Smartform also. Then click on print preview. So open it in your Google Chrome, it will get open. So now you can see this is the desired text that we are printing according to our requirement, and this is the char ID which I had given as a input field parameter, and this is the text that we are passing. If you want, we can change the text and print it again. Go back, say for example SH. So it has to pick dynamically. SH, right? So this is how we pass the text to Adobe form, and this is how we pass the data and capture the data from Adobe form and print it in the output dynamically. So this is the first bit. Let us start from basics. Let us start from ABC only, because this is a completely new concept. Let us start from basics, then we will see one by one in the upcoming sessions, one by one concepts in the upcoming sessions. So see you in the next session with another new topic.